What most fans never look at is the thing that actually explains why certain plays work: personnel. Offenses use personnel packages to create favorable matchups, getting linebackers on quicker slot receivers and dominating tight ends, or forcing the defense into substitutions that get exposed on the next snap. If you're not identifying personnel before the snap, you're missing half the picture. Once you understand how these groupings work, the game becomes easier to read. You start to see where the offense wants to attack and why certain plays open up the way they do. In this video, we're breaking down the core personnel packages, simple, clear, 1 minute at a time, so you can watch football with a better sense of how offenses actually create mismatches. Before we talk about personnel, remember this: offenses always have 11 players on the field. Out of those 11, 5 are offensive linemen and 1 is the quarterback. Those 6 never change. That leaves 5 eligible skill players, and that's where personnel groupings come from. Personnel is always a 2-digit number. The first digit tells you how many running backs are on the field, and the second digit tells you how many tight ends are on the field, and whatever's left becomes wide receivers. So when you hear 11 personnel, it literally means 1 running back, 1 tight end, and the remaining 3 spots go to wide receivers. Every personnel package takes advantage of a defensive personnel weakness, but the defense can counter with different personnel packages that nullify the advantage. Let's start with 10 personnel: 1 running back, 0 tight ends, and 4 wide receivers. This package spreads the defense horizontally and forces them to reveal their coverage. Base defenses now have linebackers covering slot receivers. Mismatches you can exploit with speed. If the defense substitutes into nickel or dime, you've got fewer linebackers, which opens up running lanes for your running back. It's all about matchups, isolating slower defenders on quick receivers, creating one-on-ones on the outside, and forcing the defense to defend the entire width of the field. Defense is countered by matching your personnel, nickel versus 10 personnel, or by rolling coverage, but if they misalign, the offense can attack immediately. 11 personnel: 1 running back, 1 tight end, 3 wide receivers. This is the most common package in the NFL for a reason. It's the perfect balance between run and pass, and it keeps defenses guessing. The beauty of 11 personnel is versatility. The tight end can line up in line to add a blocker for the run, or flex out as the receiver to create a mismatch with a slower linebacker or a small nickel corner. That alignment forces defenses into tough decisions. If a linebacker stays in the box to stop the run, you've got one-on-one on the outside. If they cover the tight end, you've got a lighter box to run against. Offenses use this package to dictate the matchups. Quick passes attack linebackers covering slot receivers. Play action looks exploit linebackers who cheat up against the run. And misdirection and counters create natural running lanes, especially when the defense is forced to rotate personnel or shift into a sub-package. Even pre-snap, 11 personnel tells you something. 3 wide receivers usually mean the offense can stretch the field horizontally. But with a running back and a tight end still in the formation, the defense can't fully commit to pass coverage. It's a chess game. Offenses threaten multiple points of attack at once, and defenses have to guess where the real danger is. Most defenses respond with base or nickel personnel, matching the offense's number of skill players. They might move a linebacker into the slot or bring a defensive back closer to the box. Some use pre-snap shifts or disguises to confuse the QB and disrupt reads. But if the defense misaligns or hesitates, the offense can immediately exploit gaps in coverage or light blocks near the line of scrimmage. I can tell you like understanding why teams do what they do. I have a playlist on my channel that explains all the X's and O's that you see every Sunday. Subscribe so that you don't miss the future videos. 21 personnel: 2 running backs, 1 tight end, 2 wide receivers. This is the classic 2-back package, built to dominate the run game while keeping enough passing options to stay balanced. With 2 running backs, offenses can run power, counters, or outside zones, forcing linebackers to commit and creating natural mismatches at the second level. The tight end can block or release, giving the QB a reliable outlet and helping to control the edge. Offenses use 21 personnel to manipulate defensive fronts. A base defense with 8 men in the box may look stout, but if they overcommit to stopping the run, the offense can isolate the tight end or one of the running backs in space. Conversely, if the defense spreads out, the offense gains favorable numbers at the point of attack for inside runs. Defenses respond with base or heavy fronts, stacking 8 or 9 in the box. Linebackers may stay disciplined, reading run keys before committing, while safeties rotate down to help with the run. But hesitation or misalignment, like a linebacker too far outside or a safety slow to rotate, creates immediate opportunities for the offense to exploit. 12 personnel: 1 running back, 2 tight ends, 2 wide receivers. This package is heavy, versatile, and run-oriented. With 2 tight ends, offenses can attack both the edges and the interior of the defense. One tight end can stay in line as an extra blocker while the other flexes out, creating mismatches against linebackers or safeties in coverage. The single running back adds a threat in the backfield while keeping the formation balanced enough to pass. Offenses use 12 personnel to force defensive decisions. Do they bring a linebacker down to stop the run and risk giving the flex tight end a favorable matchup? Do they keep a lighter box and give up leverage inside? Pre-snap alignments can reveal what the defense plans, allowing the offense to attack weak spots immediately. Sometimes the offense will put both tight ends on one side of the field, creating a numbers advantage to that side in the run game. More on that in 13 personnel. Defenses typically respond to 12 personnel with base defenses or nickel with an extra linebacker, adjusting their front to match the strength of the formation. Safeties might rotate down to contain runs or cover tight ends, and linebackers must read keys carefully. Misalignment or hesitation often leads to easy yards for the offense, either on the ground or through play action passes. 12 personnel is all about physicality with flexibility, controlling the line of scrimmage, threatening multiple points of attack, and putting defenders in a bind before the ball is snapped. 22 personnel, 2 running backs, 2 tight ends, 1 wide receiver. This is the heaviest standard personnel package in the NFL. Built to dominate the line of scrimmage. With 2 tight ends and 2 backs, the offense can run power, tosses, counters, and play action with almost any formation. The lone receiver often isolates a defender in space, creating one-on-one matchups for the QB. Offenses use 22 personnel to force defenses into heavy fronts. A base defense might have 8 in the box, but even that can be stretched with motion, misdirection, or a strong block from a tight end. Defenses have to commit to stopping the run, which opens up play-action passes or mismatches against slower linebackers covering tight ends. Defenses usually respond with 8 or 9-man fronts, sometimes bringing a safety down into the box. Linebackers must stay disciplined, reading keys and filling gaps quickly, while the lone defensive back covers the isolated wide receiver. If defenders hesitate or overcommit, offenses can gain large chunks off of yardage in the run game or on quick passes to exploit numbers advantages. 22 personnel is all about power and control, forcing defenses to match strength with strength, while keeping enough versatility to attack multiple points of attack. 13 personnel, 1 running back, 3 tight ends, 1 wide receiver. This is a rare, heavy personnel package designed to overload one side of the defense. With 3 tight ends, offenses can create extra blockers at the point of attack, dominate the line of scrimmage, and set up powerful run schemes or play-action passes. Isolating a skilled receiver creates a natural mismatch, and 3 tight ends are a lot for teams to manage in the run and the pass. Offenses use 13 personnel to manipulate defensive fronts. By stacking tight ends on one side, the offense forces the defense to either bring in extra defenders, which opens the field for counters and misdirection, or stay light and risk getting physically overpowered. This package is all about creating favorable numbers at the point of attack while maintaining enough flexibility to threaten a pass. Defenses respond with heavy fronts or sub-package adjustments, often bringing in extra linebackers or rotating safeties to match the overloaded side. Alignment mistakes or hesitation can lead to big gains inside or off tackle as the offense exploits the physical mismatch. 13 personnel is rare but extremely effective in short yardage situations, goal line sets, or strategic heavy run calls, showing how personnel can completely dictate the terms of play before the ball is snapped. Every personnel package tells a story before the ball is snapped. Watch the formation, see how the defense reacts, and suddenly you can spot mismatches, predict plays, and notice advantages that most fans completely miss. Be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.